Hmm. Uh, my friend Tom Grossi, what's wrong with your Packers, man? What do they got going on in their gourds, Tom? What were they thinking, Tom?
Okay, well, strap in because this is going to be a long explanation. First, if we're going to talk about the defense, no run defense whatsoever, over 200 yards given up twice, and
No,
it's
no, no, no,
only
no, 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 no. You guys were trailing massively at halftime.
yes,
You come out in the second half and you don't even try to let Detroit score 70 points on you. You make zero effort to let Detroit score 70.
Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a man accepting who his football team is. You know what's sad is I opened with the Packers didn't even let the Lions score 70.
Yeah.
This is how messed up that game's made me, Tom.
Yeah.
I literally had the thought while the Lions were running up the score in the first.
You and many others did.
I'm like, can they get there?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and part of me is rooting for that just so I don't feel so alone, you know?
Yeah. No, I get
But
you.
like, when does that thought's never crossed my mind in like
Ever.
in 30 years of watching football?
Yep.
I've never been like, maybe this team can also score close to 70 because even when teams get leads in the first half,
Yep.
second half, it's a different brand of football usually. They're trying to control the clock, just hold on to that lead.
Sure.
You know, so it's not even close.
I don't even know where to begin. So here's the issue, right? One, during that stream, the amount of people who were like, do you think they're going to score 70? Like, a lot. There was a lot of people. A lot.
Interesting.
One.
They shouldn't be wondering that.
It was cool. It was cool. Like, yesterday was just not a great day for Packers fans. David Bakhtiari is out for the year.
Oh, for the year?
He's out for the year.
I thought they put him on short-term IR.
They put him on IR because he had to get surgery again on his knee. So they think he's gone for the entire season. So he said he's not going to retire, but that is a devastating loss for the Packers. 2, no Elton Jenkins. He's out. It's week to week, trying to figure that out. So the whole left side of our offensive line is backups. It's not great, right? And they're not amazingly good. And you go up against a good pass rush like the Lions have. And I want to make it very, very clear. This is not blaming injuries. But if you take the Lions pass rush, which is really effing good, and throw on top of that what they did to Bijan Robinson on Sunday, the Packers, as I talked to you, Perna, they don't have a run game without Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones could have just sat this game too because they barely utilized him. And when they decided to run the ball, either there were no running lanes whatsoever, or they used A.J. Dillon, who, again, is struggling. So we had no run game whatsoever. This is the first game in Jordan Love's very short career that he has had more than 1 sack. He got obliterated behind that O-line. You mentioned a near 50% pressure rating. It was insane. That first half, we got mauled. It was horrible. So no run game. Jordan Love has no time. Jordan Love is also in his, 5th career start. And so, things are not going to look good. Then throw on top of that, Joe Barry, not great scheming. On top of that, allowing the run defense to be non-existent again. And LaFleur is going up on the podium and saying, hey, we're all trying to figure out why, we're letting up 200 rushing yards again. And Joe Barry's in the hot dog costume. Like, at some point, it's like something needs to change here. Okay? I would not be surprised we're going left tackle. So that's another thing. So there's no run defense. There's no offensive line. There's no run game. There's no Jair. There's no Devondre Campbell. There's none of any of that. Oh, and Jordan Love has no time. So that first half was one of the worst halves of football I've seen in a Packers fan in a while because it was just pure domination. Like, they had nothing. They had 1 yard in the first quarter, Brandon.
Yeah, I know.
One. At the end of the half, it was 284 yards for the Lions, 21 yards for the Packers. Garbage. And now, yes, coming back in the third quarter, I liked what I saw, right? They're fighting back. And even for a hot second, you think maybe there's a comeback that's brewing. They make a pivotal stop. And then Quay Walker commits a penalty, jumps over the center, and that's going to, be what that is. And then people start going, well, what about Quay Walker? Isn't he the guy last year had those 2 really bad boneheaded penalties and cost his team? Yes. However, guess what? Quay Walker did not hurt anybody last night. 1.
No.
2, the guy is one of our best defensive players. And I'm getting, should we cut Quay Walker?
Give him to Denver.
He had 19 tackles last night. He was the leading tackler. Guy made a mistake. 100%. But dude.
Yeah. It happens.
Dude.
It's a dumb rule too. FYI.
I don't even care. Just shouldn't have done it. Whatever. It is what it is.
It's
the point that I'm making is everything went wrong that could have went wrong. And the Lions are a very good football team. So you put all that together, it's going to make for a rough night. Now, 2-2, it's not over. Long season, yada, yada, yada. The good things that Packers, they're not playing until the following Monday against the Raiders. Then they have a bye week. So hopefully they get some pieces back together. But yeah, play calling, it ain't it. We got no run game, no run defense. And when personnel doesn't execute and we are dealing with a ton of injuries and going against a good team, yeah, it's not good.
Tough scene for Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I like? Seeing is
hold on, Brandon. They earned it.
What?
They earned it.
What's happening? Oh, the lion skull?
There you go.
Is that a lion skull?
You earned it for the show. So, yeah. So there's ways that you could do it. Quay Walker is a monster. Literally, he's one of the best players we have on defense. Legitimately, one of the best. So, and we also, thank you, Jake. Yeah, we also shoot ourselves in the foot, and it's backed up on our own 10 because we can't stop committing penalties.
I like seeing Packers fans emerge as being just as crappy as the rest of the fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Packers fans, they got this reputation of being nice, good fan base. Guess what? When shit gets real, you start pouring beer on players, calling it a Wisconsin baptism. Okay, let's try and put some sparkles on a turd move there. And then the photo of the Packers fan flipping the bird to Amon-Ra St. Brown after the game. We're all fragile. And when our team loses, we do crazy things. We get mean. We get angry. We're all the same. Every fan base. When are we going to learn? You call out other fan bases, and as soon as stuff gets real, you do the same thing.